All right, welcome back to this video series on creating the analyzer for the COVID-19 data. In this video, we will be getting the data itself that we'll be using. I'll show you how to, or I guess where to download it from. You'll have to figure out how to save that into the right folder and things like that, but it's not terribly difficult. And so for now, we'll download just today's data. And then the idea is basically once we have our application up and going, it might be nice to have like a script that goes and grabs the data for us. So we might build that into our program, or we might just make it where we have to download the latest data. So we'll see which one of those options seems better for us. So on the GitHub README, there is a explanation right here talking about the GitHub repository for the Johns Hopkins data and the specific data we want, which is in this folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on in this folder. So once we're in this folder, we want to go ahead and click on this time series 19 COVID confirmed. I'm not sure what this is actually a new file. We can see it was just added an hour ago. This is filmed on Sunday. So this is actually a new file. We might need to change to this one, but for now we're going to stick with what I know, which is this one. So we just click on this COVID-19 confirmed. And so we will do that, and then you click on raw. And once you're here, you want to save this. So you just right click in your browser and there should be like a save as. We want to save this into the folder where you have our COVID-19 analyzer. So wherever you did that git pull, or if you had to unzip it, wherever you unzipped it. So we're just going to save it there. Okay, I'm going to go back. And then we're actually going to be looking at the deaths numbers a little bit later. For our purpose right now, we don't need that data though, so we'll come back to it later. So once we have that, we should be able to switch back into Visual Studio Code. We should see the time series data there. And you can see there's a whole bunch of data here. If we scroll all the way to the bottom, we can see there's only 483 rows, but each of those rows has quite a few columns. So we're talking about quite a bit of information here. We can see that at the top we've got some description of what's going on, or if we go back into into GitHub and we look at the data there, we see it in a tabular form, so we can kind of see what we're looking at. We have a province or state. Now, of course, that's not applicable everywhere. And so as we scroll down, we start seeing things like we actually do have the states in the US. So, once we kind of get this working, it wouldn't be out of line, I suppose, to maybe do something on a state level. And maybe that'll be an extension that I ask you to do at some point. But for now, we're going to do the US. So we can see province or state if it's appropriate. There's a country, region, latitude and longitude, and then we have dates. And we can see, looking at the data here, that those dates start on January the 22nd, which is when this data started being gathered. And it goes all the way until, and again, this is being filmed on March 22nd. We can see it's all the way up through March 21st. And so, again, the idea for this particular project, at least my idea for it, and this, I'm open for suggestions, but what we're going to start off doing is basically getting all of the data from the US and then develop what's called a growth model. And because this is a virus growing, we kind of expect it to follow a certain pattern. And this is the video, this exponential growth in epidemics. So this video is what kind of gave me the idea for this project. As far as what we're going to be doing, it doesn't really show how we did the visualizations and things, but so like I say, I will actually put a link to this video in the comments. I'm also going to put a comment in my code right here. And yeah, so we haven't really done anything yet. We got our data downloaded. That should be loaded in your folder right here next to your covid.py. In the next video, we'll look at how to actually load that in using Python. So I want you to stop my series here and go and watch this video on exponential growth. I know it's math. I know you're in computer science, but I want you to take a few minutes and watch that just so you can kind of understand what we're looking at. It also gives some interesting information as far as how we'll kind of know what to look for to tell when we kind of hit the top of our graph, as you've probably heard in the media and talk about. So that's it for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. So go watch this video. This 3 brown 1 blue, 3 blue 1 brown, whatever, 3 brown 1 blue. There we go, and then come back after you finished and continue on the next video. Thanks.